for Australia's upcoming Ranger Raptor might be an off-road muscle ute, but it won't be the first while the Americas and other parts of the world are familiar with the concept of a high-performance, dual-cab 4x4, the Australian market isn't. Sure, back the day we've had go-fast XW GTs, 350 HQs, and in recent years the odd F6 Tornado and Maloo, but we haven't really had the Australian equivalent of a dual-cab performance car. Not something like the Dodge RAM SRT-10 or the Shelby Raptor. Or have we? Launched in 2008 in order to directly compete with, well, nobody really. The TRD HiLux was one of the most weirdly niche cars on the Australian market. Fitted out with a 4-liter, quad-cam, supercharged V6 petrol, the TRD HiLux punched out a hefty 225 kilowatts, 301 HP and 453 Nm, or about an extra 49 kilowatts and 77 Nm over the standard HiLux V6. That mightn't sound like much, but remember this was back when the tradie market was actually for tradies, not suburban mums and dads bored with adept cars designed to meet their needs. Hence the inclusion of the standard car's center-locking differential and low-range transfer case. To compare, the most powerful versions of the Holden Colorado and Ford Ranger punched out 157 kilowatts and 115 kilowatts, respectively. This jump in power was a huge leap for the segment and one that was randomly delivered by Toyota of all companies. Who would have thought? Power was sent to the rear wheels via the 5-speed auto, resulting in a 0-100 km/h sprint in just 7.2 seconds and fuel consumption of 12.9 liters/100 km. However, while Toyota's comparable TRD Dorian was in a solid fist fight with HSV and FPV, the TRD HiLux was all alone. It was much slower than the Maloo and F6 Tornado, was nowhere near as practical as the Colorado and Ranger, and, thanks to pricing starting at $59,990, it was a bit of a stretch for the average tradesman. Combine these marketing issues with the fact that Toyota only managed to shift 351 units in 16 months, and the TRD HiLux was destined for an early retirement. But hey, if you compare the TRD's flaws to the buying trends of cars nowadays, all Toyota should have done was launch it 3 or 4 years later. It would have been a massive success. Probably.